I gotta discuss Diddy because, as you know, we've been following the Diddy case since.
Diddy slander.
Hell, we've been following Diddy's case long before the feds even stepped in to arrest him.
All the way back to
Cassidy. Why you keep calling her Cassidy?
I don't know.
See, you be getting on us about Kamala Harris.
You're right, correct me, sir.
Yeah, her name is Cassie. Yeah, and you're not the only person who did that. I was watching, I think, Gil's Arenas, and they was calling her Cassidy too.
Okay, so my apology.
Yeah, she sues now. She likes.
Please, I don't want no beef.
Okay, so video came out showing Diddy getting arrested at the hotel, and it looks like TMZ published the footage. And it looks like Combs walks into the hotel lobby with a group of people and is immediately led away by two men. And in a second scene, four men lead Combs back out the lobby doors while his hands are behind his back, seemingly in handcuffs. And this happened at the Park Hyatt, New York, where Diddy was staying for more than a week after traveling to New York to surrender to authorities. And what morning did that happen? Oh, yeah. So it looks like after his arrest, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York on Thursday.
That's the same one that went after Trump.
Yep. They unsealed that 14-page indictment that revealed an extensive and ongoing federal investigation into Diddy's life and his elaborate scheme to use his finances and status in the entertainment industry to fulfill his desires in a reoccurring pattern of abuse. Yes. Diddy has so far pleaded not guilty to the 3 criminal charges. And, I'm calling a lot of these charges.
Weak.
The charges are weak.
Weak as fuck. The fact that they won't get his man bail to get out, and here we are, Trump convicted 34 count felon by the same Southern District of New York, mind you. You let this out, he's out running around trying to be president so he can sit there and give him president immunity to wipe your case out, but you trying to keep Diddy in, try what? Y'all trying to get extra points? Weak ass case.
Yeah, well, I mean, more evidence is coming out. They said there are tons of freak-off videos.
So what?
Dozens of.
What's the problem? A lot of look, Mark Roberts, he like to see other people. Trump, he like to see other people too. Damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a difference between and an actual group.
I mean, hell, he had the money, power, and fame to put that together.
Yes. Okay, so it does look like investigators did find more than 90 cell phones, laptops, cloud storage accounts, and 30 storage devices. So that's quite a bit of detail, and I'm sure there's a lot of evidence on there, and there's freak-offs.
Right, he probably got a whole bunch, and it got a lot of big name celebrities on it.
Sounds like somebody's sad, and they upset, and they over there watching this man's hidden footage.
You got them FBI agents.
That's all it is.
Them
They
FBI
mad.
agents looking at this black man putting this whole together, and you saw what let them out. They was white, older, bald. Look, they were white men. They was pissed off. This nigga here got these bad women. They all doing
multiple nationalities.
Yeah, multiple nationalities. They on a plane. They mad. These snowflakes is mad.
The crazy thing is, as I had mentioned earlier when I was having a talk before the show started, this is really gonna f up the rich tricking game.
Exactly.
Gilbert Arenas mentioned on his show that it's going to be a dangerous game for men with money because now you can't fly women out.
You can't
without it being prostitution and a trafficking charge.
Exactly. You're gonna have to say, you coming with me? All right, well, you catch your plane ticket, you meet me over there, I'm gonna get on my plane, I'll be over there waiting on you.
Yep.
Or you're gonna have some type
you're gonna have to pay for your own ticket.
Yeah, you gotta pay for all your even for the average Joe. On top of that, real talk, if you want to keep it funky, this is why I say this is a slippery slope, and people need to understand. Because if you ask somebody to come with you, you invite them to come with you, they volunteer to go. They leave and go into another state. And they get there. If they are complicit in any type of way, and now they coming back telling because they didn't get no money, they snitching.
Yeah.
He asked them to go. They voluntarily went.
Yeah. And of course, Diddy's going to give up some names as well.
Of course he is. Of course.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Listen, he on the top of the food chain. It's all about survival of the fittest. That gonna go down like that. How many of y'all never even see that? So for him to be where he at, yeah, he got a lot to fight for.
Yes, he does. And Diddy has been placed on a watch.
Which most like that's every celebrity that's gonna be done, because the fact of the matter is your money, power, and your respect has been completely taken away from you, and you're in a 6x9 cell, and the fact that you can't do it causes you to react out, do things. A couple times I've been arrested, I'll be ultra aggressive. I'll be ready to anybody up because you can't move. You locked in. So somebody who has the power to do is automatically snatched from them.
Yeah.
Them go crazy. That's why Epstein, which I don't think Epstein really. So.
Oh, I don't believe he did. So yeah, apparently this watch that he's under while awaiting trial is a preventative measure. From my understanding, this is supposed to be normal procedure for somebody of his stature when they're locked up and fed.
And most of the time, they probably in isolation. They're not in general population due to the fact of his status.
Yeah. They say Diddy is shocked and his mental state is currently unclear, as they're reporting, which now that part I don't believe. But it says inmates are placed on watch as part of supervisor precautions taken for inmates that require frequent observation. And it was not revealed how long Diddy has been or will remain under watch, or if he's at all.
He's gonna be there until he either get bail or until either he get bail or until he's able to. They're not gonna put him in general population, so that's out. He's a high profile inmate, so he's gonna be isolated. He's gonna continue to be there until he's able to get out. Yeah. If he's able to get out, excuse me.
And currently he's being held in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, and it said this place is known as a notorious jail, and it has a barbaric and reprehensible conditions, and former inmates include R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell. So it looks like Combs is expected to be there throughout the trial. Its lawyers are arguing that the conditions inside the prison are not for the rap mogul.
They're not.
Like, it's prison. What is it supposed to be for?
Well, I mean, considering that he never been in trouble before, they feel like that he should be out.
And it's saying an inmate was earlier this summer, and at least 4 inmates have died by there in the past 3 years.
So of course that's the reason why, because they have a track record of people getting themselves, so they making sure they keep the heat off their ass.
Yeah, so it looks like Diddy's got a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Now he's locked up.
Yeah,
he's on watch.
Look, I'm locked up, won't let me out.
But here's the crazy thing: I don't think the powers that be are gonna do anything to Diddy to where there would be a suspicious thing, because I think too many people are expecting that. They weren't expecting that with Jeffrey Epstein. But if something were to happen to Diddy, the whole prison would be under fire.
Yeah, I mean, this right here, like, he can't do nothing. He's like.
They can't do anything.
Right. Somebody's trying to win election in New York there. That's what this all about. You got two high profile convictions. You got a former president. You convicted his ass 34 times. And you got 2 billionaires that you done trying. We got one convicted. You try and get another one. Somebody, the big dogs, they trying to run for governor at that state.
Yeah. So Diddy is going to possibly be used as a pawn for a re-election of the governor, you think?
Yeah, they running because the lady that's the white lady, I forgot her name, that's the governor of New York. She got in there by default because No, she got in there by default because she was up under. Oh, what's my man name? Cuomo. So Cuomo, the Cuomos, they are deep. They are deep as far as New York and as far as politics because their father was the governor and stuff. So, and Chris Cuomo, he was formerly of CNN and everything. So his brother, his older brother was the governor, about 4 or 6 years ago, something like that. And he got caught up in a scandal. He resigned, and I forgot the lady who's the governor. She got appointed by default. Then she won, if I'm not mistaken, her reelection not too long ago. So she's, I'm not mistaken, about to be up soon for reelection. So Southern District prosecutors, they're trying to line themselves up for governorship in that state.
Oh, that's the worst. So we will definitely keep an eye on Diddy and the trial as it continues. And
they hadn't even started yet.
Once it starts, but we'll keep an eye on just any updates that happen with this situation. So I guess right now they're waiting for the trial to start.
Well, you gotta get some jurors in.
Yeah.
You gotta get some people.
I guess people who have never heard of Diddy and are not biased.
Who the hell don't know Diddy?
Right.
That's where they're bringing in. That's why all these migrant workers are coming in.
Right.
But they're too busy eating the dogs. And the
Yeah.
Right. Dogs and cats and
Yeah. But remember, it's Ohio where they don't put beans in their chili.
nah.
You don't put beans in your chili, now your pet missing, and that's y'all's fault.